这是一个很小的错误，都可能给您带来一个犯罪记录，而犯罪记录会在您生活的方方面面影响我们。怎么样消除这个犯罪记录呢？今天我们就请来了加拿大赦免中心的 Michael Ashby 先生来和我们聊一聊这个话题。Michael, welcome to our studio.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay. When we talk about like criminal records, we all think like it's something very serious, and it's a problem of other people. It's none of my business. So like normally, how can people get a criminal record?
It's actually much easier than you think, and the way it works is that as soon as you've been charged with a crime, so even if it's something very small like shoplifting, the police will come and they'll arrest you. Mm-hmm. They'll take you down to the police station. At that point, they fingerprint you, and from there on, you have a criminal record. Okay, so you go to court after that, and even if you're found not guilty, you still have a criminal record. Okay. There's still a trace of these charges, and you do want to make an application to get rid of them.
Oh yeah, so even you get prove that you're innocent, you still get a record.
That's right. The police still have your fingerprints. They still have photographs.
All right.
And there's still a criminal record there.
Yeah. Okay, that's really bad. Eh?
Yeah.
Like what kind of acts, what kind of behavior could result in a criminal record?
Really anything, and mostly we deal with people who have made mistakes when they're younger. But things like shoplifting, marijuana possession, drinking and driving.
Drinking and driving?
Driving, minor fraud, theft, and really there's many, many things that can result in a criminal record. And a lot of times people aren't even aware that they've broken the law.
Yeah. So normally how many people get a criminal record? So it's like it seems not difficult to get a criminal record, eh?
It's really not that hard. The stats are that we understand about 10% of Canadians will have a criminal record.
10% of the population?
Yeah, and just like you said, it actually goes up a little bit when you consider that even those found not guilty, who never actually committed a crime in the first place, they have a criminal record also.
So, yeah, it seems like not everybody knows that they have a criminal record. They're not even aware of that, eh?
I speak to many people who didn't know they had a criminal record until they applied for a job or whatnot, and it showed up. They thought that it's something that they'd done when they're young and it would go away. Turns out it never did.
Yeah, it seems that I heard about that. The criminal records may stay there. Maybe after 5 or 6 years, they go away automatically. Is that right?
You know what? That's a very common misconception. And the truth is that criminal records will never, never go away until you make the application to have them removed.
Okay. So they're going to stay there forever?
They'll stay there forever.
Even you got anyone pointing at you and you got a record and stay there? That's
right. So, for example, you go to a bar and say you get into a fight, even if you just push someone or whatnot. If they call the police, you'll be charged. Okay. And you'll have a criminal record after that, and it's up to you to make the application to get rid of it.
How do criminal records affect people's life?
Well, in many, many, many different ways, but some of the most common we see are employment opportunities. So if you want to work for the government, if you want to volunteer, you want to work for a bank or get into legal business, anything to do with health care, that criminal record will prevent you by law from having that career.
So they have the right to ask you, do you have a criminal record, eh?
Yep, they do. And another very common problem is at the U.S. border. Okay. People aren't aware of this, but having a criminal record prevents you by law from entering the United States. Okay. So I speak to people all the time who plan a trip to Disney World, let's say. They get to the border guard says, have you ever been charged with a crime? If they have, well, they're not allowed into the country. Okay, so even it's not about a visa problem. When you drive to the border, they're going to put your name there, they're going to look into it. American border guards have direct access to our criminal records. Okay. So all they have to do, like you said, is type a name into the computer, and up comes the criminal record, and they can bar you. So even like you have a drinking before driving, and they could ask you to turn around, eh? They could. Drinking and driving, their law says you're allowed to enter. There are a few small crimes like that. Okay. But they have the right to refuse you. So anytime you have a criminal record and you're trying to enter the States, you're taking a risk. Okay. Yeah. So normally how to get rid of them? You have to apply, eh? Yeah, and we're lucky in Canada because you can get rid of them. Okay. The way it works is you have to make an application to the National Parole Board. Okay. Okay. And it's something we can help you with at our organization. So your organization is National Pardon Center? You can help people get rid of the That's right, National Pardon Center. We're available. We're open all day long.
Okay.
You can just drop by whenever you like or give us a call. And we help many people navigate the process to obtain their Canadian pardon.
So the process will take how long?
Normally, we're looking at 1 to 2 years. Okay, we have gotten pardons done as early as 4 months.
Okay.
But it's just the fact that in today's society, more and more people are applying for pardons.
Yes.
And the system's getting backed up. So it's really something that people want to get done as early as possible. You don't want to wait. Yeah.
So you can even start a little bit earlier, so you can start apply for elimination of your criminal records after 3 years, right?
The way it works, there's 2 separate waiting periods. Once you're done in court, once everything's finished there, so say you go to court, you're found guilty, and you pay a fine.
Okay.
You have to pay a fine.
Yeah.
So you go and you pay that fine. The day you pay that fine, you have a waiting period to meet.
Okay.
It's either 3 or 5 years. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, you want to get started before that waiting period is up, because it takes some time to gather all the paperwork anyway. Okay? So if you wait the 3 years, and then you begin the process, it's just going to take longer. So the rule of thumb is that the earlier you get started, the better, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the consultation, is it free or people have to pay?
The way it works with our center, our organization, is we're a non-profit organization.
Okay.
And we're available to answer questions all the time. We do free assessments, free case assessments all day long.
Yes.
If you want us to just take care of your application and make sure it gets done properly and efficiently, then you're going to pay a small fee. We have to cover your administration costs.
Yes. So it's free to consult, to ask questions, and if you give them advice, they do the process themselves, and then
that's right. Okay. You can do it yourself, and we're available to answer your questions.
Yeah.
Like you said, free advice, no problem at all.
But
if you want us to do it for you,
okay,
we're going to charge you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you.
Okay. 由于时间的关系，我们今天就聊到这里。如果您有犯罪记录各方面的麻烦，可以和 National Pardon Center， 也就是国家赦免中心联系，他们会帮助您，而且这个 consultation 是免费的。好，广告之后欢迎继续收看《猛城华苑》。Thank you very much.